What's good, boys? Just like the title suggests, today I'm just going to be uploading one of our trainings from one of our inner circle calls where we train guys to close deals. This was a pretty good call. We mainly went over acquisitions and how to get a seller to truly trust you. And then also we talked about some other deal related questions that were obviously specific to the students that asked the question. This video has a lot of value in it. So make sure to comment, make sure to like, and make sure to subscribe. So I know you guys like these type of videos, and I'll probably upload them more frequently if I get a bunch of positive responses. Yeah, boys, if you want to be a part of these calls and join them every single week where we host them and where we talk one-to-one about your problems, just apply in the link below. But yeah, enjoy the video. All right, I'm gonna get started now. We should have all right, that's good enough. Got 13 guys in here. Cool. So both of the chases didn't pop in. So.
Yeah, what the heck, bro? Come on.
We'll bet. To start it out, before everyone else joins, before I get into like a lesson, does anyone have anything they want to talk about?
I got a question, Dylan.
Bet, what's up?
So this SMS has been good for me. I already got 2 contracts locked up through it. What my question is though is like, does it have, so I know I've been using my personal cell phone and Google Sheets for like all my VA stuff. Should I be calling like through, because I know it like gives you an option to just call them. And in terms of like following up and stuff, I know you said there's like a CRM. I just don't know how any of that stuff works.
Yeah, so let me share screen. I'll walk you through high level again. It's super simple. Wow, I just got a message that I didn't want to receive. But so this is high level. Essentially what it does, right? It sends out contracts. Or not contracts, it sends out text messages, and then to the people who respond positively, we give them a call. So if I scroll up, something like this, and say, yes, how much? And then we'll just give them a call. From there, you add them as an opportunity, so you make sure they're added in. So every single person.
This is exactly what I needed.
Yep, every single person who responds positively gets stored as an opportunity. So you click the opportunity tab, add them, and then from here, it goes right here. And
okay,
then
is there a place to like put in details of your call, like stuff like that?
Exactly. Yeah, so if you go here, and here's my pipeline. Click here, notes, type whatever note I want, and then it'll just save.
Okay, yeah, that's what I needed, because I've just been like calling people, and but okay, with this that'll be a lot better.
Yeah, and there's also should be like screening notes, underwriting notes, dispo notes, stuff like that as well.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Bet. Anyone else got any questions? No more questions? Anyone else try and join? All right, bet.
Chase. He was ever recorded. He's like, he can't.
Got it. So what I was going to get into this call, just because a lot of people have been asking me, is how to structure an acquisitions call. A lot of people, the first thing I want to go over, first of all, right, is a lot of people think you need to like nail down the structure, right? That price, condition, motivation, timeline. And a lot of people think you need to know exactly what to say at all times, right? That couldn't be farther from the truth. You do not need to know everything about the business to start calling these people. And that's what I kind of want to get into your guys' brain now. With that being said, obviously you need to know like the basic fundamentals of it, right? Because you need to know why you're on that call in the first place. Why you're on that call in the first place is to establish the price, condition, motivation, and timeline of the seller, right? The 4 pillars of qualification. So how much are they asking? What is the condition of their home? Like fully detailed. Why do they want to sell that property, and dig deep into that? And then how long do they want to get all of that wrapped up? And with that being said, the only thing that really matters other than that is just sounding confident and sounding like a professional. If you come on that call stuttering, not knowing what to say at all, and just like overall not professional, the seller's not going to treat you as a professional, right? Because people in wholesaling especially buy into your professionalism. Not really like the sequence of the call or anything like that. Like you can say anything you want really, as long as you get those 4 points across The only thing that matters is just building up rapport and having a genuine connection to the seller. So if that makes sense to you guys, I'll actually break down like the process we like to use. I don't ever like advocate for anybody to ever use a script, simply because using a script just makes you sound like a robot most of the time. But with that being said, you need to know like the structure of the call and how to go about it. You got a question, Evan?
Oh shit. Yeah. I was just gonna ask. So when you're digging into the motivation, like for example, let's just say I'm the homeowner. I'm just like, oh, like let's just say I don't know, like just be like, oh, me and my brother owned it. It got passed down to us, and he just passed away or something. Like, should I like what the fuck do I say to that? Like, do I just say like do I keep going deeper, or is that like the underlying cause and they just want to get rid of it?
Nah, bro. So you gotta realize people buy into other people. So you just have to sympathize. Like, just say what they want you to hear. Like, if you had someone in your family pass away, what would you want someone to hear, right? Or say? You'd probably want them to say, "I'm sorry for your loss. You know, I mean, are you in a good spot right now to move forward with this process, or do you need a little bit more time to kind of, take in everything? Do you need help, like professionally, as far as like your property that you own? Do you need any advice, any type of consultation, just stuff like that? Like just being human to human, right? It just sympathize with these people, and that's what truly builds up the most rapport, right? Our whole goal is just getting people to like us, right? So if we go super salesy with someone who's genuinely just seeking sympathy, they're not gonna like us at all, and they're probably just gonna leave, right? But if you're just someone who's genuine and has genuine intent, right? Remember, these people aren't just pieces of data. They're people that have lives too, and they, have emotions and have feelings as well. So we kind of just treat them like that, treat everyone, with that kind of, I guess you could say like respect, literally. And that's how we get people to like us over the phone. It's just being natural and ultimately being a human.
Okay. Okay. So like, if someone also says like, oh, my husband, because I've gotten this like at least I don't know every like fifth answer, and we get to the end, I'm like, oh, and like, what's kind of the motive, or like, I don't say this, but like, I'm just asking for the motivation behind, and they always, or like, a lot of people will say, oh, like my husband, my spouse, my wife, whatever, has just gotten a job out of state, um, and we don't want to live there. Like, what's kind of the process on how I like get to the next point on that? Like, what's another talk track
Yep.
that I can use for that?
Where are you guys looking to move to? What type of property are you looking at? How expensive are those houses in that area? Just really dig into it, right? Like where do they want to move to? Why do they want to move there? And that's a piece of motivation, right? If you can incentivize someone to move there, obviously they already have the incentive, right? They have to move for a job or whatever. Oh, okay. So that means you need to get that done pretty fast, right? Like, you know, if we live in a perfect world, you'd like to get this done within 30 days, let's say, so you guys can just move on and get on to your new job, new life. Perfect. Okay. Did you guys really look into the area at all? Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I know that area. It's pretty nice. It's pretty beautiful. I can have my realtor, send you over some zip codes. You obviously don't have a realtor, bro. Just search up some good zip codes in that area and just send it over
Yeah.
with like good school districts and shit. Like they just be, like I said, personable, right? If you were in that situation, what would you want someone to say to you?
Okay.
You want them to give you a little bit of advice on buying your home.
Okay. Okay.
Is there?
Yeah.
Bet. So now I'll kind of just does anyone else have any questions before I get into just like the framework? Bet. So with the framework, we've really only focused on four things, right? Like I said, price, condition, motivation, timeline. The introduction of your call should be super sweet and super simple, but it should get 3 points across. Why are you calling this person? Who are you? And what are you looking to do? So, hey, my name is Dylan. I saw your listing on Zillow for 123 Main Street. I saw you're looking to get like 190 grand or something like that. I'm an investor. I buy like 2 to 3 properties a month in this area. Let's just say for an example. And I was looking to make an offer on it if it would fit in, or sorry, I was looking to make an offer on it. I'm looking for a couple more investment properties in the area. Do you have a couple of minutes to chat? So that's your introduction, because there's 3 topics in the beginning. So who are you? Why are you talking to me? And what are you trying to do? And what are you trying to accomplish? Once you kill that out of the way, I'll go straight into asking price, right? So that 190 price you're asking on Zillow, is that firm or is that negotiable? And do you have anything on the table that's anywhere close to that? When we ask that, that's basically, that's setting us up for higher leverage later in on the call. By the way, Chase, who just joined, we're going over acquisitions right now. So
All right, thank you, bro. My bad, I was late. I didn't know y'all were doing this.
Nah,
My
Good,
bad.
boss. Don't worry.
So condition, right? Right when we ask the asking price, that's setting us up for leverage later down the call. So we ask condition right after that to kind of justify the asking price, right? So if someone asks $200,000 and you know for a fact in that area fixed up homes are selling for 200K, and then during the condition phase, they start talking about how this property needs a full rehab, you can kind of be like, okay, wait 1 second, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but this property needs a good amount of work, and the asking price that you're asking is what the property would be worth when it's done being fixed up. So obviously, I don't think that's realistic on our end. Is this still a conversation worth having if, you know, we're not going to be anywhere near what you're asking? And then that's just a way to hard frame it, not waste your time. If someone's unrealistic with their number, you don't want to be talking to them anyway. So just get it out of the way right then and there. And then once you get into the condition phase, after you ask the asking price, always try and objection handle if they don't give you a price, by the way. You always want to try and get an asking price out of someone no matter what. If it's someone who's pretty hard to get along with, you just hard frame it to them like, hey, I don't want to waste your time. And obviously I don't think you want to waste mine. If we can't get near your price at all, I don't think we should even be having this conversation and wasting 20 minutes of each other's time. So with that with that in mind, like what number are you near so that we can kind of get that out of the way right away. And then usually that'll get the price out of someone. If they don't, just give them a range. So go on Zillow, check this estimate. If this estimate's 200K, let's say, that puts us at 140. Just tell them we'd probably land anywhere between $100,000 and $150,000. Would they entertain that price? If not, just hang up and go on to the next, because that'll kind of just get them a rough estimate of what their house is worth. And if they're not asking anywhere near that, then we don't want to be talking anyway. Okay, so once we get asking price out of the seller, we go straight into condition. With condition, it's pretty simple. You just want to be able to get enough notes to actually visualize the property and paint a picture in your head of how it actually sits, right? So first thing I always like to say is tell me a little bit about the property, because it's super broad, it gets the point across, and it lets the seller talk. We don't want to be doing most of the talking on these calls because that makes us lose authority. So if we do over 30% of the talking on the acquisitions call, usually that means we're not asking good enough questions and we're not getting the seller to open up with us enough. So first couple questions I always ask, always broad, right? Hey, okay, tell me about the property, right? They'll tell you a little about the property, how it's this, how it's that. Okay, cool. Tell me a little bit about the kitchen. Okay, the mechanicals, how are those standing? Got it. And then from there, just keep niching down, right? Okay, how's the plumbing exactly? Is there any leaks that you guys repaired in the last like couple years? Got it. How's the electric? Is there anything you had to repair there? Got it. How's the roof? Just slowly niche down. So start broad and then slowly narrow it down. So that way over time, you can kind of drag out the condition phase, because we want to use the price and condition, that beginning part of the call, to really set us up to ask very deep motivational, or not motivational, but motivation questions. So what I mean by that is we want to talk to these guys for like 10 to 15 minutes so that we build rapport with them and they actually know us as a real human being. Because if we start asking about, you know, like Evan just said, right? If someone's like father just passed or if someone's husband just passed, right? They don't want to talk to some random guy who cold called them on the phone, right? So we got to build up rapport to make sure that those people actually trust us so they're willing to open up to us. So 10 to 15 minutes in the beginning of the call, just really spend going over the condition of the property, how much they want for it, and just talk to them, right? You don't have to, you know, do anything special. There's no word sequence you have to go off. Just come across as confident, come across as a person who can actually talk to someone and hold conversation, and you'll be perfectly fine and they'll trust you. From there.
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
I got a question about that. So,
Yo, what's up?
like sometimes they give the motivation like early, like during the like condition. I don't know if I should just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just kind of go with natural. I don't.
Exactly. You should go with what's natural. If they kind of drop the motivation on you, like midway through the whatever it's called, condition phase, just go into it, right? Just go straight into it. Just pause that for a second. Okay, what's got you looking to sell again? Okay, yeah, you want to sell it because you want cash. Okay, why do you want cash? Like, what are you going to do with it? Okay, this is a rental property. Okay, you're tired of being a landlord. Got it. So slowly get into it and then just revisit condition later. So motivation is obviously probably one of the most important things, because if they're truly motivated, they're probably going to be willing to make things work on the price and then everything else. And it's just going to make the process a lot simpler as far as like setting a contract and actually getting it signed. So just tap into it as soon as they bring it up. Usually that doesn't happen. I'm not going to lie. Like most of the time we actually have to bring it up ourselves. And the way I like to transition into it is not salesy at all. So I'll literally just be like, okay, I got it. Yeah, I'm just finishing up my notes right now for the condition of your property so my guys can look at it. While I'm doing that, by the way, why do you even want to sell in the first place? And just like that, I'm dropping my tone and I'm making it seem like it's just me creating small talk. So I'm not having a silent call, obviously. And with that, they're going to have no really like sales guard, because if I'm just coming across as like a normal person who's just looking to ask a question and create small talk, then they're going to be more willing to open up to me about the condition. So, or motivation, sorry. From there, we want to dig deep into what actually is making them want to sell, right? So if, like I said, they want cash, right? Why do they actually want cash? Or if they don't want to be a landlord anymore, why do they not want to be a landlord? Just dig deep into that. So you can really understand why they want to sell. And the more you dig into it, the more pain points you're going to hit. You're going to be able to bring that up on the offer call just to use as leverage. So if it's an instance where somebody wants to relocate because they hate the area, they hate the neighbors, when it comes time to getting a contract sent out, you'll be like, hey, yeah, I got this contract sent out. I'm sending it over right now. Hopefully we're able to get you out of this where you don't like your neighbors or anything anymore. And just like make a joke out of it. And that's just a pain point to hit on, right? They're like, oh shit, yeah, I really do hate my neighbors. I really got to get the ball rolling with this so I can get out of here. That's just an example. Usually there's way better pain points, but like I said, just dig deep into it so you can actually figure out what makes these people want to sell. From there, once you figure out the price, how much they want for it, the condition of their property, the motivation behind why they even want to sell in the first place, we wrap it all up with timeline and how quickly when they want to get everything done. Okay, I got everything I need to bring back to my team. Let's say they come back with an offer that you like. How quickly do you want to get this wrapped up? That's it. It's just a one-liner, super simple. Okay, a month sounds good. And what this is establishing is that we're a flexible company, right? So we can close in a month, we can close in 21 days, we can close in 2 months. Doesn't really matter, right? It's up to them. Obviously, we can't close in like a day because that just doesn't make sense. But 2 weeks is the fastest I've ever seen a wholesale deal close. So usually we can accommodate pretty short time frames when we're wholesaling. Anyone got any questions so far?
Yeah, Chase, do you have any specific questions about the acquisition call process?
Nah, bro. I just need to rewatch some more of your videos that you just sent me, but I kind of tried to change it up because I sounded like I was on a script, and I was like, bro, I like watched over my call and I was like, bro, this is ass. So I like kind of changed it up. And when I first changed it up, I completely forgot what I was saying and I ended up hanging up, and then I got good at it through the rest of the day. So I mean, I just trying to learn how to like let it flow more naturally instead of sounding like I'm reading off a damn script.
Makes sense.
That's really just reps, bro, at the end of the day. I mean, kind of you really just kind of want to, like Dylan said, like build a relationship with them while kind of going through the motions that we're trying to go through. So the asking price, condition, motivation, timeline. Just kind of like go through that. Really just have those as like bullet points in your head, those 4 things, and just make your way across the bullet points while just having a genuine conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I had one that was for like 17 minutes. I recorded the whole thing, and it was like an older, sweeter lady. And she was just a yapper, and I mean, I was just kind of having like small talk, yapping back with her, just just talking, and still hit all the the 4 points. So I mean, that one was a lot better.
Yeah, that's all, bro. That's what you want.
Just got to show up to the call with a goal and then just achieve that goal every time, right? The only time when they're not going to let you achieve that goal is if they're just an asshole and like hang up on you, or if you just forget to ask a question.
All right, bet. Yeah.
I got a question, Dylan.
Bet.
So I have another deal that I should be getting signed pretty soon. When I called him originally, he wasn't with like a signable language in the contract. Like he wanted me to be the end buyer, and then I ended up following up with him like a month. Like I originally thought it was a dead lead. I was like, whatever, and I was like done with all my calls for one day. And I was like, fuck it, I'll give him another call. And I pretty much like told him that, there's other LLCs that I use with partners for whatever we want to do with the property, if it's a fix and flip or a rental or whatever. And I pretty much got him to say like, okay, I'm okay with assignable language. The only thing though is he has a tenant in the property that isn't aware that they're selling, and he wants it to be like 1 to 2 inspections max. So my question is like, it seems like it's a really good deal, but in terms of like showings, he's going to be really strict on it. So my question is that still something that could happen?
Got it. First thing you want to address is the terms with the tenant. Is that tenant month to month? Are they on a lease agreement?
Yeah, they're on a month to month. He says if obviously you wanted them out, which they're going to have to get out, it would be a 60-day eviction. But
Okay.
in the contract, it says that it is tenant occupied and it will be tenant occupied at closing. So I guess I would have to, is it like, I'm assuming that it's harder to find a buyer that would have to deal with the tenant?
It is going to be harder to find a buyer because eviction court's a pain in the ass. But what's the relationship between the tenant and the landlord, and how's the quality of the tenant?
I'm honestly not sure. I think it's like, I don't know if it's like great, but I wouldn't say it's like terrible as well.
Okay. Ask that question. Also, how much are they paying?
How much are the I might have it in my notes.
Yeah. How much are they paying and what's market rent? Because if they're paying market rent, then they probably won't care. Buyer probably won't care. They collect they collect rent for a month and then just evict them. It's not really a big deal. But if they're paying like far below market and they have the risk of like fucking stuff up and all this, then it's probably going to be hard to sell.
Yeah, I'm looking at my notes right now and I don't see what they're paying in rent. Oh, actually $500 a month.
Oh yeah, it's low. Where's that?
It's in Ashburn, Georgia.
Don't know that market off the top of my head, but I'd imagine rent's not $500 a month. That's super cheap.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, with showings, it should be easy. Like we can always sell a tenant occupied, right? How deep is it? Like what's the assignment on it?
I mean, it should be pretty good. There's not a bunch of like ARV comps around it, but there was like a decent one that sold for like 250. It's not even ARV, so I was thinking ARV is more than that, and I'm getting it locked up at 55. So it should be like decent. And obviously it's not a full gut if there's a tenant in there.
When you do ARV times 0.7 and then you minus the repair costs, what's that number at?
Let me check. I don't know off the top of my head, but let me. You can talk to other people. I'll get on it.
It sounds like SMS is doing good for you so far, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's solid. I didn't know. I literally have just been like freeballing it, but now I have like the whatever it's called. What's it called to the right of the messages?
Oh, opportunities.
Yeah. Now I know how to do that, so it'll be a lot more organized. But there's
Dude, that's
like
funny, bro.
I feel like
sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, what? No, I was just saying I only imported like a 5,000 leads.
Yeah.
And there's so many people saying yes.
Okay, gotcha. That's lit, bro. Yeah, dude, I feel like the average person, what do you think, like 60 to 70% of people never know how opportunities work?
Bro, it's in the thing, but
I know, like no one ever does it, bro.
Everyone
We always have to fix that with everybody.
I'm probably gonna make a high level demo video tonight.
But you posted, or he has a deal that's like really good, right now? That looks good.
Yeah, I posted your deal for you earlier today. Which one was that? Was it the one on in Atlanta?
Oh yeah. That one should be solid as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get that.
That's not SMS, but.
Cool. Oh, it's not. Okay.
I'm gonna try and get that assigned for something fat. Right now, that's like what, a 25K assignment?
I have it at 215. So if you got it at 255, that's 40.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm pretty sure I could get this thing moved at 255. Not gonna lie. If I can't, maybe I can get like 245, 240. Obviously, I'll make it to the point where it still makes sense for you to JV with us.
Yeah.
I can't find a buyer to beat out your buyer. I'd probably just assign it in like 3 or 4 days.
Solid. Yeah.
Are they legit?
I'm done. Is the buyer? Yeah, I assume so. I sent over the assignment contract earlier today. And she said she'll sign it today. And I told her, I was like, look, I'm not going to stop marketing it until EMD submitted. And she's on board with everything. So,
Did she send you proof of funds, everything like that before you even submitted
no,
that?
she said she will though. She said she's going to send me.
I would retract the assignment contract, because technically when you send them, they're binding. And like, if you assigned it to two people, that could cause complications. So I would resign it. And then first, obviously get proof of funds. Never send an assignment to someone without proof of funds, because I've had so many times, trust me, where the buyer looks so legit. They're the nicest person ever, and they're just a wholesaler. And
Oh, really?
yeah, and then they technically have equity in your deal when they sign that assignment. So get proof of funds, make sure they're a legit buyer, get flip history, make sure they actually buy deals, and then from there assign it. Like, never assign it without getting proof of funds or anything like that first.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so pull that back.
Bet. Yeah, but anyone else got any questions right now? Does everybody know what they need to do this week?
Is there anybody that needs any
like guidance,
direction for the week?
Direction, guidance, anything like that?
Because low-key, a lot of people are killing it right now. So anybody here that's not killing it, you got to get it going.
Yeah. Unless obviously you're
not ready for marketing yet, then that's not your fault. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's up?
So because obviously I'm just kind of starting out right now, just building like I guess you could say the skill set and confidence. So with kind of like a two-parter with the acquisition call, like when you call the FSBOs, how long should each section be? Like, how long should the intro be? How long should the condition, and then the
motivation timeline?
Yeah.
So like I said, the calls want to be natural, right? So you don't want to shoot for a specific number. You don't want to overthink it. You don't want to make everything like performance based. You know what I mean? Like, we just want it to come off naturally. And if you're thinking about, oh, I need to get this to this point and I need to make this last 4 minutes, it's not going to be natural. So realistically, you should be able to drag the beginning of the call, so introduction, price, condition, to like 5 to 10 minutes. And then the entirety of the call in total should last over 10.
Okay.
But other than that, you don't want to like break it down segment by segment, just because it's just going to lead to overthinking. And the whole goal behind sounding good behind acquisitions is just being a person that people like talking to, right? I've heard people who said, fuck your framework, and didn't listen to a single thing we say. Land deals perfectly fine, right? Because they just know how to talk to a person, like person to person.
That's really the biggest thing.
Yeah, just confidence, no stuttering, none of that shit, none of trying to follow a script. You guys don't want that. You guys just want to genuinely be able to speak to someone confidently, and they're going to like you as a person. No one wants to feel like they're being sold, especially if you're doing cold outreach like SMS. They don't want to pick up a call and feel like they're talking to a car salesman. They want to pick up the phone and just talk about their house. And this is a professional that they're dealing with, an investor who's just looking to buy their house and make a profit on it. So we don't have to sell them on anything. Remember, all we got to do is just sell them on us as a professional and as a likable person, and they'll be able to sign with us.
Okay. Yeah.
Another thing, if you're talking to them and you're just going through like something that looks like a sales pitch or blah blah blah, so on and so forth, something that seems super salesy, they're going to think that you just do this all day every day. Like, if you kind of go through with trying to have a relationship with them, talk to them, and actually seem like you care about the property and it's a special one to you, then that's going to make someone want to sell you 10 times more, because it's going to seem like it's actually a deal that you're really really interested in, and it's not like you're just sitting there calling deals all day every day.
Yeah, because I find like the part where I get hung up on most is when, for some reason, I've had a lot of like, I guess you could say, it's just like trouble right on the forefront when I introduce myself, and they're always so, like, every single person I'm calling, they're so concerned on who I am and what company, and like I'll just say, oh, like I work with local investors in that area and we have multiple exit strategies, and they get like so, I wouldn't say defensive, but I would just say very, very curious. And they've like asked me like 3 times, like, oh, what company? And I keep saying it. And they're just like super, like, I guess you could say just like
I don't
Yeah.
even know. It's like super touchy on it.
Yeah, so I just address it right away, right? Once the second someone asks, just be like, hey, if you're skeptical on our process, like I just want to let you know you're going to be completely safe regardless. We use the title company to handle everything transaction wise. Never going to have you sign away any deed. You can fully review all of our contracts if you want. We work with a middleman, so the title company that will handle all of the transactional work. So we're not doing anything. We're not, there's no risk on your end, right? They make sure you get your money. They make sure we get our property. So there's nothing that can prevent us, and there's no fishy stuff going on. Also, the fact that we're able to put down earnest money deposit on the property helps. We'll give $1,000 in earnest towards the purchase price to basically ensure that we're actually serious about the property. I'm willing to put down $1,000 of my own money to show you that.
Okay. Also, bro, it'll only get easier with that because right now you're talking to for sale by owners for practice, and you got to realize those people are getting called by like idiots probably half the time trying to just give them low ball offers. So they're probably just trying to make sure they're talking to someone legit because they're sick of talking to like all these people just low balling them and wasting their time. So once you're talking to people that you're marketing for, that usually will get a lot better, and you won't deal with people being as skeptical and such.
I got a question on that.
What's up?
All right, so I sent you a message. I don't think I explained it right, but like this lady, she was just complaining about how she wanted to get out, and she was like having people like not actually checking out the property when they said they would. I don't know if I should like try to actually take that seriously because I mean she seemed like she was just fed up and wanted to get out like ASAP.
So the way you want to assess it, right? FSBOs can be deals, right? They can be, but it's very, very, very rare. So first thing you need to do is just gauge the condition and gauge her asking price, and then figure out what you can actually offer. So run the comps, do ARV times 0.7 minus repairs minus 10K assignment, and if her price is anywhere near that, then yeah, take her seriously, right? If she's at 180 and we're at 100, then just call her up and be like, hey, I mean, I don't want to pursue this and waste too much of your time if we're going to be nowhere near each other. Realistically, I'm only going to be near 100K. Is that something you're comfortable taking, or do you need your full asking price? Got it. Okay, have a good one. If they say no, or if they say yes, then that's when you can actually take them seriously and be like, hey, yeah, I'll send someone out this week. And then obviously we'll just work out sending out a buyer or something like that. But we always get a contract signed before we send someone out. And the way we explain that is that you do this nationwide. So you can't, and you talk to a lot of people on a daily basis. If you spent the money and the resources to send every single one of your partners out to every single one of the properties you talk on the phone with, you would be broke. So what we need to explain is that, we only can allocate our resources and our time towards people who actually have interest in selling their property and are willing to sign a contract with us stating that.
Got you. Okay. Also, I mean, I don't know if it matters, but like the price is like 87,000. I don't know if like
What area is it in?
let me see. Oklahoma.
Where at?
Tahlequah.
Tahlequah.
Probably a random market. ARVs, I mean, it's the middle of nowhere, so ARVs probably gonna be pretty low. Just go check the comps. Do you know how to underwrite?
Yeah.
Yeah, so go underwrite it, determine ARV, and then go from there.
All right, thanks.
Bet.
Should I text him a direct message? Like y'all let me know. Like I don't.
What's up?
Yeah, like you said, get the ARV. Like, do you guys want me to let you guys know? Like,
oh yeah. Just let us know your numbers, and then I'll tell you if it makes sense. Well, you'll know if it makes sense, right? If she's asking 150K and your MAO comes back at 60, obviously nothing's probably gonna work there.
Okay, and she also wanted like to know I was actually with like an investor. I don't know if I can even confirm that or like.
No, so I never like to lie to people on the phone. I don't sit here and say I'm a big investor. The company I work with has ran flips through our LLC, so technically I can say, yeah, I'm a buyer. But with you guys, just say you're working for investors.
Yeah, that's what I said, but she said like I need like proof because like people are wasting my time. Like I don't know if I.
Proof. Yeah, I mean, so like Hunter said earlier, it's a FSBO, so there are a lot of calls from wholesalers that are just bullshitting them. That won't happen when you're talking to actual sellers. I don't even know what she means, like proof of investor. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like, you want my guy's social security number?
Yeah, she wanted like something like that. Like I don't.
If you're gonna ask that.
Yeah, I mean, you can
proof of investor.
That doesn't even make sense. You just gotta explain to her that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like proof of a human being.
Yeah, I got you.
You know your fucking EIN number? That just like doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I got you. All right, thanks.
Bet. Anyone else got any more questions?
Yeah, I do. So like while I'm doing the FISBOs and whatnot, I'm trying to like get good at underwriting because I remember in a video, like in the courses thing, it said, yeah, just get your offer out. I think it was an old video. It's like just do ARV times 0.7, just give them an offer. But like I'm actually trying to like give them like a real offer, like minus repairs and then hold and then fee. How do you do that on a property that's like, you know, off on some random ass road in the middle of nowhere with like maybe one comp that's like 3 bedrooms more and like 1,500 square feet more?
Yep. So you don't, because those properties aren't wholesaleable, right? There needs to be, it needs to be, you got to think about it in terms of like real estate's all supply and demand. So there has to be supply and there has to be demand. A flipper's not going to buy in an area, even if there's a bunch of deals and they're really deep, if there's no demand. So if there's no sellers wanting to move into that market. So if it's in the middle of nowhere, chances are if that thing goes on market, no one's even going to look at it because it's like,
Okay.
why the fuck do I want to live here?
Yeah, I got you. Because yeah, I've been to the point where it's like I've called like so many markets, and I'm just like looking through like what do I pick now? Because I've been calling through so many, and it's like I don't even know where to pick unless it's California, and they're like, why the hell are you calling me from Kentucky and California?
Bro, I'm
So
not
it's
gonna
like,
lie, with FISBOs and with how long you've been doing things, honestly, you should probably be doing SMS by now. We can kind of talk about that on a one-to-one call once you get a chance.
cool.
But yeah, I mean, you sound confident just like talking to you, obviously directly. So I feel like there's probably not much wrong with your seller calls. I
Yeah.
mean, how do you feel? Like, what's your confidence level?
No, I feel pretty good about it. The one thing that's holding me up is I'm moving not next week, the next week. So like
Oh,
I'm moving in with my dad. He works in Indiana, and it's like, you know, different, just like get out of the hometown. It's like I know everybody says get out of their hometown and like just leave all the distractions because I'm constantly getting asked out by people like, yo, come out do this. I'm like, bro, I can't. So like
yeah,
I'm just trying to get away from the distractions. So I was like, Dad, I'm gonna move in with you, and he's like 2 hours away, 3 hours away. So I'm moving in with him so I can actually like focus on what I need to do. So I say like just keep getting good on the phone what I'm doing, and then literally after that when I move in, it's like
yeah.
then I'll start marketing. That's literally the only thing holding me up is because like I don't want to get caught in the process where it's like I'm moving, I can't answer your call right now, or I can't get back with you. So like that's literally what's holding me up.
Yeah, I agree. You should probably just wait then to call it. Just keep calling FISBOs for now, and then we'll start marketing once you get settled in.
Cool. Yeah, it should be no more than 3 weeks, absolute max, like 2 at bare minimum.
And there's no issue with getting more practice in. Doesn't hurt.
Exactly. Yeah. Bet.
Cool. Sounds good.
Anything from anybody else?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that novation in Springfield. Like, usually, how long do you wait if you don't get any offers? I think it's been like 9 or 10 days. It's got like 1,000 views, but only like 12 saves. So,
What's the agent? What's the? Or I mean, sorry, not the agent. What's the address?
620 West Lawrence Ave.
Let's see this. Okay, well, it hasn't been price dropped yet. What's the time on this?
I think
Close
like
of escrow.
December 15th or something like that.
Oh shit. So I mean, the seller probably, not the seller, fuck. The agent probably knows what they're doing here, right? They have a lot of time to work with, so they're probably just trying to get you the biggest fee possible.
Mhm.
And that's obviously in your benefit. 9 days isn't really something to worry about with this market. I'd imagine it's probably gonna take like 2-3 weeks to get a couple offers in. I would price drop it for sure, just to get a little bit more eyes on it and make it a little bit better. But yeah, bro, this has good traction, like 900, like 1,000
that's
views.
good, yeah.
It's not crazy, but it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And it should sell. Like obviously, I think if you price drop it to 155, it'll be good. But she's probably just playing the waiting game. And if she's experienced with novations, it's probably best to let her kind of take the wheel here.
Okay.
Yeah, because she'll know the market better than anybody else. Obviously, she's licensed here. So
Yeah, for sure. And I did want to ask you, I'm kind of having a little bit of a hard time. I signed a contract with a seller last Wednesday, so a week. And I've been calling like a bunch of realtors, but a lot of them, like they're not really comfortable with novations, or it's either that or their broker just doesn't allow them. So I wanted to ask, like, is there any tips you have for kind of finding people that would be more open to doing those, like title companies or whatever?
bro, just talk to So you gotta realize there's millions of agents. Like being an agent is probably one of the most common like jobs nowadays. So it's pretty easy to find an agent that's going to be willing to work with novations. I'd probably check out wholesaling communities, especially if you're working in a bigger market. Like join Discords, join Reddits, join fucking TikToks, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just join communities where other wholesalers are, and just ask around for wholesale friendly agents.
Okay.
And you'll be able to find one. Like cold calling agents off of Realtor and like stuff like that is fine as well. Just like trying to find like a realtor that would do it. But that's obviously going to be a bit more time consuming. So I just join Facebook groups, join Discord chats, and just start posting around looking for an agent, in this area that is willing to do innovation for blah, blah, blah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. But by the way, anyone looking at the share screens, this is a pretty solid innovation that Kareem has. He has it at like low hundreds and it's listed for like 165. So it should be a pretty big fee. Anyone got any questions?
I got a question real fast. I locked up a land contract today. And when I sent you it in the WAP, but there's not a lot of comps for it. The seller bought it for $8K 5 years ago. And I offered her $6K and she took it. So I was like, all right, whatever. If it was 5 years ago and it's a $2K price drop, I might be able to do something with this. But is it like, if there's no land really being bought in the area, is that going to be hard to move?
If there's no land being bought, is it an area where people want to build in? Like, is there anything like that?
It's in where is it? Augusta, Georgia. It was my SMS one. But you think that'll be hard to move?
Probably. With land, we only really target land in areas that are really up and coming. So you look at outside of Miami, you look at Jersey, you look at suburbs of PA, places where a lot of fucking people are moving to because the houses are really nice, and places where like millionaires want to go to buy a $1 million newly built house. That's the type of market that we want to find land in, because obviously a builder can go in, build a house for 500K, throw it on market for $1 million and make their money, right? So it's easy to wholesale land there. But in areas like Augusta, like no one's really building a fat crib near there unless you just golf a lot. So yeah, it's hard.
Okay.
What'd you get it locked at?
6,000.
6,000. You could flat list it. Go on like a flat listing website and throw it up on the MLS.
But I would have to get the novation paperwork.
Yeah, you'd have to convert it into a novation. Yeah. So you just have to get power of attorney.
Okay. And then you think you may have a chance?
Potentially, but you got to weigh out if that's even worth it, right? If there's other lot, just send, what's the address? We'll just underwrite it right now.
It's 1717 Morgan Street, Augusta, Georgia. There was a house, but there's not anymore.
Cool. So first thing I always do is obviously find the area that it's in. You don't want to be looking too far away. So it's like, I just lost it. It's right on the left side of this highway pile, that water. So it's like right here. So first thing I'll check for is any new built. So sold. I can go for sale and then new construction. No new construction anywhere near it. Look, check sold. Yeah, I mean, look at all this. I think this is all land, I assume. Lots. I don't know why. This is. Yeah, so I mean, if you're seeing like houses and stuff, I don't even know if these are houses. They might just be lots, like 2.5K, 3.2K, 7K. Like this is so cheap. I would probably just back out of that contract.
Okay. Got it.
I can check what's first. Yeah, I'd back out for sure.
Okay.
The only thing I could even think about is skip tracing the neighbor and seeing if he wants to buy it just to own the piece of land next to him. But that's a fucking shot in the dark. And if you were to pull that off, that would be legendary.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Yep. Just call him up and be like, dude, you could own the land next to your house. Trust.
All right.
Anyone got any other questions?